daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D, NFC North Championship Edition!
First time in 30 years. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. Big Mike Gentry is in the house. Spencer Raxter is in the house. Our guy Rack from the WoodwardSports.com chat there. He's just hanging out too. It's the holiday season. And yes, we were gifted an NFC North championship, D-Mac. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had won the NFC North more recently than the Lions. But here we are. They did it, D-Mac. How was Christmas, by the way?
Christmas was good. Pretty chill. Watched some football, watched a few movies, had a little something to eat. But, was I like anybody? I was sitting there going, man, if the weather's like this, I'd rather be in Florida for Christmas. But it was a little weird. The fog came in, but... I watched a bunch of good football games last night, saw a bunch of different things, but I had a good time. How about yourself?
Oh, it was great. It was great. Had the family and everything. Had the family over for Christmas Eve. Did the 7 fish.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was phenomenal, man. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was great to hang with the family, the kids, and everything. But yeah, jump into the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Get in there. We're gonna get to it. We are gonna recap the. We are going to recap the Christmas a little bit, but certainly the overriding story of the day is the Detroit Lions, the NFC North Division champions. This is not a drill, people. They went in and they took it. Spenmo, how was the Christmas at the Raxter clan?
Oh, it was great. It was a great time. A lot of fun. Everybody, my sister didn't come in from California. My brother didn't come in from New York, but my other brothers were in town. My parents came up. All the significant others were there. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time.
Sick FaceTime though.
Yeah.
The Rax, they had the whole Raxter edition, whether it was on Zoom or whatever else. So they figured out how to get it in.
No, they did. Which that's on brand for Spencer Raxter.
100%.
It is.
We had the mimosas going. We had even dirtier mimosas with gin and stuff like that. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Of course you had the mimosas going, Spenny, over at the Raxter. But shout out, hope the Raxters had a great Christmas. BMG, what about the Gentry household?
It was great. Hung out with the family yesterday. Got to spend the day with my son. Santa went dumb, gave him a bunch of gifts, so it was great. It was a great time. Lions NFC North champs. Literally couldn't have been a better Christmas.
That is awesome. I will say this though, and this kind of ties in, right? Like when you talk about the family stuff and the Christmas stuff, we did the Christmas Eve Mass, which started at 4:00, which I wanted the Lions to kind of take care of it beforehand, but they didn't. But I put the phone on in church. I'm not going to lie to you.
Of course.
And look.
So you didn't have, and I mentioned this during the Lions stream, which we had, and what a great time. It was me, started out me, Broder, and Spenny, and doing that. But Neal, like Ryan Ermanni from the Bottom Line, you know what he put out the tweet? He told his wife, might be a little late for 4:30 Mass, that Christmas comes out once a year, but a division title comes once every 30 years. So you went to the alternative. That was option A. You went to option B,
and it was happening no matter what.
Listen, I think the good Lord was all with anybody who else did that. You're not the only one. How many people out there in the chat thread did the same thing? I don't know. You can get your prayer, your religion, your Lord in your Christmas time Mass, and then you can also get a division title.
As I said,
that's all good by me.
As I said, the Lions as a franchise were resurrected on Christmas
Eve. If the good
Eve.
Lord thought you were heathens, they would have lost. There you go.
Absolutely.
So you know what? Everybody who was out there, you weren't the only one, Neal. I guarantee. How many people were at the church that you were at? Would you say?
Oh, there had to be about 1,000.
Okay, 1,000 people. Yeah. How many would you say in there?
I'll say it like this. I heard there was an audible noise in the room when it went down. You know what I'm saying? There was an audible. I wasn't the only. I'll say it like this. I'm not one to implicate others. I'm not one to, quote, rat other people out. All I know is I was not alone. That's it.
Did the priest or the reverend or the minister, did he acknowledge?
He did not.
Oh, damn.
he's got to read the room, but they did not.
Well, that's what I was saying. I would go definitely back if he read the room and he gave out the biggest yell.
Yeah, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Just saw this one. I'm just worried about an emotional letdown against Dallas. Guys, take in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
For Christ's sake, since we're speaking about church, take in the moment.
Won the division.
Won the division for the first time in 30 years. And I'll tell you this,
First time
D-Man.
ever.
For NFC North for the first time ever. And I'll tell you what. Here's where, for me, D-Mac, it hit me a little more even than I thought it would. I didn't cry, but I was on Cry Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was there. I didn't cry, but it hit me even more than I thought.
It hit me when I watched Dan Campbell's post-game locker room about the old guard and everything. The self-awareness in this room, and you saw it. I know there was a tweet from Taylor Decker and whatever like this about the love that they have for each other. What do I always say? You're on the right path, and this is what you need first. When the guy next to you is more important to you than yourself, and that's what we're seeing out of this locker room. How many times did I say it the other day, Spenny? It's not going to be easy. We're going to have our moments. Get used to it. It's the ups and downs, but at the end of the day, this team finds a way to stick together and make a play. And different guys stepping up to make a play, and guys that we're sort of not passed by, but guys you sort of like thought if they stayed healthy they could have an impact on this team. So I mean, kudos. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. The job's not done.
No,
this is the stepping stone. I love what Dan Campbell said. This one was for the old guard, the next one's for all of us, and that's sort of the way it is. You have that mentality in a locker room like we did, in '97 and stuff like this. Got to win it for Stevie. Got to win it for Igor and Slava, the Russian guys and stuff. So when things are more important outside of yourself, and that's what we're seeing.
Yes, and it was a big moment. There was a lot of emotion, everything like that. And shout out to the people at Detroit City Distillery, by the way. They sent me out a pre-mixed old fashioned that I can enjoy on the show. And we saw a Booner, as did I think 85,000 people on social media saw a Booner.
St. Brown, Dan Campbell, and Brad Holmes.
Yep. They were all about it. So, I'm not going to do the blue Kool-Aid and pour it all over my face, but I will do Detroit City Distillery.
But you'll pull it all down your throat.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So tell me, what is that called? A jigger, a gigger? What is that, like 5 servings or something?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
They say there's 5
so,
old fashions.
You're supposed to pour
here.
it on ice, not supposed to just drink it out of the. Okay, I'm
I'm sophisticated.
Not that I need to know. It's just they didn't have those back in the day when I was a professional.
The honey old fashioned, though, everybody.
Is that
if
a
you're
good
fighting
one?
a cold, this is for you. If you're celebrating a division title for the first time in 30 years, that's for you too.
Lions fans.
To Lions
Cheers,
fans, to
salute.
Sheila Ford, to Lions fans. All right.
Shout out
that's
Detroit
perfect.
Distillery.
That is perfect in the morning.
Perfect in the morning.
Now I don't feel like so bad because it's not just like straight bourbon like it usually is.
That's fair.
That I feel kind of.
It's a working bourbon.
It is. There you go.
It's a working bourbon.
No, Todd saying in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Neal trolling Lindsay on X yesterday was epic. Don't worry, we're gonna get there, everybody. We are going to get there as the show moves on, though.
There. Yeah, now I feel I had to rip my pen. So.
The chat was, the group chat was even worse.
Yes, it was. Hey, because you know what he did? All right, we'll take a couple minutes now. We're in the open. We're going to get into the division championship stuff. I want to get everybody's feelings and see what it was. You know what he did? He cracked yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
For the man that sits up there, D-Mac, that sits in your chair and does the show, and love Lindsay. We're
love
great
Lindsay.
friends, great guy. Love him. Been knowing Lindsay for a long time. We drank in Alaska together, as a matter of fact. But he cracked. He was everything he said he wasn't yesterday. Just like the 49ers fans were. Hey, welcome to the party, guys. When Brock Purdy was producing turnovers like a factory with 3 shifts yesterday. Just boom, boom, boom. And he cracked. And he ignored reality. And he did what people who are scared do. They turtle up. They ignore reality. I was like, man, look at that. Purdy's got more interceptions than Jared Goff now. It only took him 3 quarters to do it. No, he doesn't. No, yes, he does, Lindsay. Here's the numbers right here, and you got to show him the numbers.
Read those stats to me, Daddy.
Yeah, 100%. It was great to see it.
What did you see? I watched that game last night, the Baltimore-San Francisco game, and the first thing was, my guy's not as bad. This Baltimore defense is as legit as possible. We were talking about it before. The way that they move and transition and flow and pass off receivers, they had no chance. San Fran had no chance, in that passing game. I've never seen Travis Kelce not open.
They just passed him off, bracketed him off, passed him off. It was absolutely,
wouldn't
absolutely
that be,
incredible.
And as you're trying to learn, to me, that's great tape to sort of watch. The stuff that you want to emulate. But I saw in the chat thread, is Baltimore the best team in the league right now?
Yes.
This week? Yeah, but it's fluid though, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I still think, Spenny, I still think a bomb's going to drop in the AFC. I do. Somebody from the pack. Like, somebody weird.
Houston.
Cleveland?
Stroud's done.
Big Daddy Flax for revenge.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Is it a Buffalo thing?
Could be
No.
Buffalo.
No? Okay.
Not coming on the road.
Finding a way to get it done and finding a way to, be in the conversation. Is that like a team that you're talking about?
Yeah, I got to see the setup. You know how I like to do this, right? I got to see the setup first.
I mean, the Raiders aren't dying. Antonio Pierce has that team playing. It's hard. You don't want to play that team. He reminds me of like Lions Light. What he's doing there, getting those guys to play, is sort of what Dan Campbell, that sort of mentality.
Hey, Spenny, can you confirm this? Because we just saw this in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Danny Raxter. I felt a little guilty for checking the score in church.
Yeah,
can you confirm?
Yeah, I can confirm.
Danny, you're making me feel like an ass right now because I turned it on.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, people get resurrected and the Lions win the division about as often. So
can't you just go to the big guy and say, "Hey, we know how important this is. I've been praying to you for the last 30 years. Is it all right if I double dip on this one?" And he goes, "Yeah, this one's a pass."
I got that vibe too.
I got that vibe too because you know how it's right when I'm the karma guy.
Yeah.
Right? How did it end? Right? So thank goodness everybody was watching their phone maybe where they shouldn't have been or not acceptable, because what happened? We got to pick when we needed it at the end. So that doesn't happen. If the good Lord didn't, in my opinion, if the good Lord didn't want you watching that and experiencing that double, right? He's happy you showed up and did both instead of staying home. Some people probably just stayed home.
Sappy Johnson, you're going to hell, Neal. Well, if I am, I'm going there with my division championship hat, which I will buy today, and my old-fashioned in the morning of the holiday week. If I am, that's going to be the equipment that I'm going there with. Adis 411. Wow, Ravens versus Dolphins on Sunday. Damn the Ravens, man. Every week they're playing one of these games. Mm-hmm. Damn. That's tough, man.
Tough schedule for sure.
Yeah, but they're in there, and yes, we're going to break it all down. But I do want to, just a fan, Neal. Why didn't you stay home? My daughter was in the Christmas play. That was never an option.
That was the little drummer boy for like 5 years.
The little drummer boy.
Yeah, I was the little drummer boy for like 5 years.
I mean, desperate times
call
call
little
for desperate
about that
measures.
drummer boy.
I don't think you have a problem with that. I checked it. He said no, it's all good.
Steven Syret says God understands our pain from this team. So I think Steven Syret's on the right.
I think he's absolutely
correct. Yes, I think. But yeah, jump into that WoodwardSports.com chat thread. I do want to ask the question. Ronnie Brow asked it in the chat. How emotional was everyone at Woodward? Also, cheers. When we come back, I do want to talk about. We're going to get into the game. We are. But damn it, this was a moment.
This shit means something to me.
Spenny, for real.
Yeah.
I was more moved than I thought I was going to be, and I want to hear your guys' stories as well. But first, you got to look tight for New Year's, man.
Always got to look tight for New Year's. Only one place to go. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams. All expenses paid. Suite to the 2024 NCAA basketball tourney. That's right, no expense spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's, haircuts for men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
And after you get that hair tight for New Year's Eve, you know what else you're going to do? You're going to grill up some steaks, because that's how it works on New Year's Eve. Where are the best steaks in all the land? Fairway Packing Company. Can confirm. Visit the Grab and Go Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Farms. Go to fairwaypacking.com. Check out the inventory that they have to offer. Even if you go out to a nice restaurant or hotel or casino New Year's Eve, chances are that meat has come from Fairway Packing. The prime beef, the dry aged beef, the Wagyu beef, all the favorites, play the hits. Go to fairwaypacking.com. Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists, and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests, for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter here with you as well. The holiday week getting rolling. Good to have Rack in studio, just kind of hanging out. And, hey, I'm having an NFC North Division Championship old-fashioned. D-Mac's doing the things that he does to celebrate moments as well. But I am. Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh says, I get more emotional watching the videos and interviews after the game. Everybody from top to bottom worked so hard and deserve it. I'm so glad to see it finally pay off. The city and the state deserves it. And D-Mac, here's how I want to present this, because it got to me more than I thought it would. But with all that being said, D-Mac, this was never in doubt. Like, people way overreacted about the Baltimore thing. People way overreacted about the Thanksgiving Day game against Green Bay. This was never in doubt, D-Mac. This was wrapped up before you opened your first present on Christmas Eve.
This was wrapped up when
Week
did you
5.
Say? Week 5.
This was over. This has been
when
over.
you said matter of fact, stamped it that what you see now, it's the NFL. It's always a one-score game for the most part, especially when you're playing Minnesota. We've talked about that. But the fact is that they weren't going to be denied, right? And it was, it's a little suspect. If you go down and you break it down like that first half and stuff like this, there's still, Branch. What I like to see, Neal, is when I saw mistakes being made, I didn't see the same mistakes being made, right? The biggest question mark was, okay, they were throwing over the middle. As much as, more than I would have liked and getting guys open. But you know what? Like, Branch drops it early, which was big in the end zone, and then he comes back and redeems himself. Guys are playing hard. So the fact that they weren't going to be denied.
They weren't going to be
said
denied.
It was a T-shirts and hats game.
D-Mac, they weren't going to be denied. However many plays it took, they were going to make it.
We were talking about this on the stream and whatever like this. When you have the bend but don't break defense, these teams are going to make plays on you, right? It's just the way it is. But you have to be able to turn the ball over, and you look exactly what they did. I mean, I'm just glad it doesn't go back and nothing bad happens. So we're going to the spot, where it was legitimately, Spenny was yelling his 4th and 1. He wasn't short, so that didn't cost us, right? It played out the way that it did. So it was never, this North was never to be denied. And they played that way.
Spenny, you've never seen this in your life.
I have not.
What was it like for you?
It was awesome. I mean, it was awesome. It was.
As a guy that was off the bandwagon that said that they suck.
I never said they sucked.
Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
never said they were off the bandwagon. I said from the first week before the first week that they were going to win the NFC North, and I never wavered on that. So seeing them doing it, seeing them complete this was awesome. It's an amazing feeling. They're going to host a playoff game for the first time in my life. I'm so excited to see it happen. So excited for the city of Detroit and Lions fans everywhere. They deserve this.
Is it surreal for most people? Like, or has it sunk in? Like, is this like do we understand it's legit? Like, I just wondered for the guys like Spenny and the younger crowd that hasn't experienced it, what does it feel like?
See, like, it sunk in for me when it happened. And but then again, we were in anticipation of this. I knew. Like, right. I knew for a long time this was a way that it was going to go down. So, yes, it sunk in. And that's why I'm taking today, and I took yesterday, and I'll probably take tomorrow. And I'm just like, they won. And, shout out to New Era in the NFL, too, because the hats are actually dope. And I'm going to get one. And they're not ugly ass. With all due respect, D-Mac, we were starved when you guys won that first cup, but that hat is effing ugly. With the tan brim.
Oh,
I know
my
you're
God, dude, I'll tell you the best. Listen, worst championship hat in the history, but
the best.
No. Well, but the best. But it looks like, hey, I always say to somebody, oh, this looks like the hat, that they gave away from the Port Huron to Mackinac race. Right? But hey, low key, 25 years later, 26 years later, that hat is the best hat to autograph. Because it's got that felt or whatever, but it stays legit. But no, like, and it's got the bad, like, what, where they do the bad back? It's not even a clip. It's just like, it's a bad boater hat.
Yes, it is. Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Tony Snow, I'm 32. I've never seen the Lions do this before. I cried in front of my girlfriend and my daughter. And Tony, like, look, if this were, I don't know, if this were the Arizona Cardinals, which I know before you start typing, they went to a Super Bowl, all that stuff. I'm just saying it for reference. If this were another franchise and I heard of that, I would be like, wow, that seems kind of douchey. But when you're in it and you've been going through it, like, that's fine, Tony. I'll sign off on all that shit. You want to get the T-shirt, the hat, you want to put a banner, all of it, because this one is different, D-Mac. This one is different.
And you know why it's also different? I think this plays a little bit into it. I'll pull it out. David Witt in the chat and woodwardsports.com. Thanks for everybody who joins in. Nobody got injured. You watching these games throughout the weekend and late, especially you go to the San Francisco. Look at how many offensive linemen were down. Stuff that's we're coming in the end of the season, getting healthy. What did we also hear? James Houston might be out there, this week and stuff like that. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So, Malafalu. Look at how he's played the last couple of weeks. So, if you're not stoked and you're scared, this ain't the time. We're all stoked, getting ready, but it's legitimacy going into the last couple of weeks of the season that you've taken care of business. And it's so much more important that you've taken care of business. Now it's like, isn't it, we're playing Dallas, right, on Saturday.
Saturday
excited.
night, prime time,
are you
lights,
more excited?
Big cities, pretty ladies. Yes, no, it is.
Because, there's sort of, you can control a lot of your own destiny, but going in with that North Division title.
In your back pocket.
Something in your back pocket.
No matter what, you're the 3 seed.
Yep.
If the wheels fall off the truck, you're the 3 seed. No matter what. That's in your pocket. That's what you've earned. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jeff Berg wants to know, Spenny, how was it for Spenny's dad? He's seen a lot.
Oh, he was excited. He was extremely excited, and he's happy. He's got the Waiting Since '57 shirt that he loves. So he's extremely excited that they got it done, and just like the rest of the Lions Nation.
They did it, man. They did it. And you know what? Brad Holmes did this. Make no mistake about it. I don't want people to ever forget this. In 3 drafts, we went from Matt Patricia as the head coach to the NFC North Division champions. In 3 drafts, he did this. Now, I know people want to pick apart and say, maybe I don't like the defensive personnel. I don't know where it is with the defense. 3 drafts. Matt Patricia as coach, NFC North Division champions. Shut it down. Executive of the year, executive of the millennium. I want the statue built today. I want the statue of Brad Holmes built today. Am I being a little extra? Maybe. But you know what? Maybe I'm not. Because 3 years ago, Matt Patricia was a coach of this team. Think about that, everybody. Think about how far you've come in 3 drafts. Look at what this man did. And oh, by the way, D-Mac, who made all those plays in that game against Minnesota? Man, did Brian Branch make one of those plays?
Draft picks, young guys. Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs make one of those plays?
Break some guys'
Brad
ankle
Holmes did this.
You know what? I agree, right? Because Brad Holmes has to be up for Executive of the Year. Dan Campbell putting himself in the Coach of the Year. What about Sheila, boys and girls? What about Sheila?
Who hired Brad?
That's what I'm saying. Sheila Ford Hamp deserves the most flowers out of anybody. And you know what? I hope she comes on that field during the first playoff game. Because you better let her know.
She should. You know what? She
is
should.
The catalyst to everything of this change. Because she said, enough. And then she acted on it and put the guys in charge. Watching her with Dan Miller after the game and seeing how excited. And, you know, guys, I don't know if you know this, but there's champagne and beer in the locker room. Right? Guys having fun. The cameras had all the plastic on it. Absolutely. But it's Sheila. To me, if I'm giving out statues, I'm giving Sheila one. Sheila is the queen. Absolutely. And she's put everything in place. So when we talk about Brad Holmes drafting guys, right, it's Sheila who put the right guy in place, to your point.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Mike G. Easy's going to take Sheila out on a date to the Whitney soon. Can we confirm that? Are we efforting to confirm that?
Hell yeah.
Wolva Lion Sports Talk. Neal and Darren, I will have to admit, you are spot on. And, it is, guys. Like, you can't deny it. And that's the biggest difference. And that's what I asked for 25 years. Draft somebody. And then here's a wild thing. Like, draft somebody in, like, the 3rd round, in the 4th round, in the 5th round, in the 6th round. That play. That after they're done playing, there are numbers. There are numbers in the box score next to that person. Wild concept. Man, you do that a couple times, and all of a sudden you're good and you win a division title. And they took it. Another spread covered on the road, by the way. For those that want to say, you look at this division's bad. Another spread covered on the road, everybody. They went in there and took it. They bust people in the mouth on the road, D-Mac. And you can say what you want. Hey, ask the Niners and the Chiefs. This can be a hard league sometimes.
They're proving it right now. And who doesn't think that they're still top echelon of this league? You can't say that they're not, the Eagles and the Chiefs, but there's the Eagles, Chiefs, 49. The Chiefs are reeling. You know, if there's any team that is showing that they may be falling from grace, it might not end good for them this year.
D-Mac, you should these texts right now in the WoodwardSports.com text thread. These texts right now. Sheila Hemp for Time Woman of the Year. Think about that when she was out there on that field with Calvin Johnson.
Look at what she said. And you saw, if you follow Barry Sanders, how great he was in his tweet and congratulations and stuff, and talking about how Sheila and the organization they severed those whatever ties were with Barry, with Calvin, bringing the culture back and stuff like this. So that, to me, that's all Sheila. So you know what? Yeah, absolutely. If I had a vote, I'd vote her Time Woman of the Year.
Still unbelievable, everybody. Still, it's believable, but it's still unbelievable.
And here's
the
thing, though, right? What do we always talk about? We always talked about from afar, from looking from afar. Man, look at the window in the NFL. It can change so quick. Well, guess what? we're living in that change and actually doing what we're supposed to be doing. Right? And the heat of it. And this, there's one of these things is that this isn't just hey, we found a way to win the division. This is something that you're building to dominate this division, just like Green Bay has done over the past 20 years.
Hey, Saturday night, Lions, Cowboys. You guys know what it is. Hey, I got a good idea for you. You know where you should roll out to check that game? How about Hamlin Pub, everybody? 7 Metro Detroit locations. The game day specials for every NFL game, which Saturday night, Lions are in the NFL. They're a division champion. They check the box right there. All Michigan sports as well. The game day specials, they start at just $8. It's a great spot. We have all our fantasy drafts there. Love me some Hamlin Pub. Go to hamlinpubs.com for more information. It's Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
What about Jack Labrador?
Jack Labrador, everybody. You guys know what it is. The holiday season, you're all the way into it right now. Scan the QR code on your screen right now. It's the new card game, everybody. They've taken the holiday card game party by storm. Jack Labrador, you guys can do it. You're not going to see the sun again, ever again maybe, but at least until June, you can play Jack Labrador all winter long. Scan the QR code on the screen. Go to jacklabrador.com as well. Get your decks under $20. There you go, everybody. I just solved this run up until summer right there, jacklabrador.com.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Neal Ruhl here for Feldman Automotive. Already home of Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer, if you're into facts. But did you know there's 18 Feldman Automotive locations in and around the Metro Detroit area? They've been in the game since the 90s, everybody. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoons, there's been Feldman Automotives out there, and they've crafted their car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. It's so easy. That's the thing, everybody. You know, like buying a car is like a huge pain in the ass? Not with Feldman Automotive and the Feldman Advantage. It's so easy. Sam Flannel has done it, everybody, just to give you a frame of reference. 18 locations all around the Metro Detroit area. It is Feldman Automotive. And remember, Big D Energy, live from Feldman Chevrolet in Novi every other Monday. Feldman Automotive. Keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter. BMG, how was it for you seeing the Lions win that game, man?
I was texting about it. I think it was in our thread. It was just unreal. I was trying to explain it to my son because he's never seen me in like that emotional state, and I was like, this has never happened in my life. And he watches the Lions every weekend with me, and it was just crazy. It was an unreal feeling. Almost after the win, I really didn't even know what to do. It just, with that feeling, it was just...
I kept waiting for him to throw a flag and say the game wasn't over. Yeah. Even at like 8:30. I was like, is it still over?
Yeah, no, but it was unreal.
Ref comes into the locker room.
Boys, you got to come back out. You got to come back out, boys. But no, I do want to talk about the game, though. And look, I know that the game itself, a lot of things get lost because of what the outcome was and what the outcome means in all of that. But I do want to talk about the game itself because D-Mac, through that entire game, now you guys know me, I'm a dork, and I was upset they took the ball first because you guys know my standing rule. I always want the ball to start the second half because that's how games get flipped. I was upset with that, but I'm always going to be upset with that. And one of my buddies, we were texting back and forth, and he told me, he's like, well, how do you like that now? Because they went down and they scored a touchdown. I'm like, I still don't like it. Being honest with you, I still don't like it because we don't get the ball to start the second half. But anyway, the game itself, D-Mac, I never for a second thought they were going to lose that game. Honest to God.
Spenny, what did I say after they scored the first touchdown, first drive? Like, was it ever? Did I ever feel that
Mullins is gonna throw interceptions? It's gonna
dude, I called when he was gonna throw more than 2. I was trying to end up throwing 4. But they look at their first drive, all gimmicks to get their guys open and ran it down, and it just was something that you knew we were gonna adjust. You saw the way that. We've watched this team enough. You saw the confidence. You saw the way that the guys got going. Whether it was Gibbs, whether it was Raw, right? Who wasn't sort of going this last game? Laporta. They didn't need him. They didn't target him. They took him away. So where did we go? It was the confidence, Neal, of watching it and knowing for that whole game that it might take to the end of the game and later in the fourth, but we had that game in hand. We were not going to be denied. And they played hard like that and got the stops when they needed it. And obviously the picks and the turnovers were a huge part of that.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. People jumping in there, get in there. Shane D says the Lions aren't tied. San Fran has a tiebreaker. Next segment, Shane. We're gonna get into that because we can, because we're already in. We've already won a division title. You're already going to buy your T-shirt and your hat, just like we talked about and been talking about since week 5. And oh, by the way, BMG, you're the gatekeeper of this. D-Mac and I tried to fix the Pistons in both our way. We tried to fix it, that home game against the Jazz. D-Mac went down there on his own accord. I tagged him with the get right. Still didn't work.
Booner even got involved.
Booner got involved.
We had a triple threat.
So the get right went from 52-20 to 52-21. But we add the 53 BMG because the division championship cashed. And we took it to the streets. After that game against Green Bay, they were a 2-1 favorite. I said I would bet my children on this. I would. But then I would have 6 kids, and nobody really wants that. So we'll just take the unit instead.
You don't have enough furnaces.
No, I'd have to get more furnaces and more bedrooms and all of it. But yeah, we were in there. But no, at no point did I feel, fear about that game. And you know what it was, D-Mac? And everyone's going to get caught up. And I have to pull this up correctly. Like, all right, so Mullins threw for 411 yards, and everyone got caught up in that. And you guys saw what was going on in this game. I am convinced that Nick Mullins, once he didn't get pressure or get hit, literally closed his eyes and threw the ball down the field. I was convinced of that, dude. He was just doing that, which when you have Justin Jefferson, you can do that from time to time. And Justin Jefferson's a great player. He is. I'm not giving him $35 million a year or $30 million a year, but you guys do what you want. Vikings, you got TJ Hawkinson for $17 million. May as well get Justin Jefferson too, and let me know how that quarterback thing works out for you, by the way. Should go great for you. But anyway, for me, D-Mac, that's what I was struck by, because there was no run game for the Minnesota Vikings.
0.
We can say what we want about the Lions defense. You can question the personnel, you can question the schemes. You do not run the football on the Lions defense. That's a baseline. You may be able to throw it, but you are not running it.
No, and then it's bend but don't break. You got to understand you're going to give away 3rd and 15s, 3rd and 20s. I don't like it. But the fact is, what did we say too the other day, Spenny? If you're going to be this way, you have to turn the ball over. Mm-hmm. You have to find a way, whether it's, stripping a guy or interceptions. And that's what they've done. Right, this is what their defense is. They got to win the turnover battle. in order, because they're going to give up numbers. If you go by strictly the numbers, they get numbers put up against them in the passing game, not in the running game. So they know that. So they're going by, okay, you know what? If you got to throw it, you can't run, and you got to throw this pass to this guy 5 times, we're going to get it once. And hopefully keep you out of the end zone, 3 other times you might get one. But we're going to turn it over.
See, I want to get people past this to Paul Thomas. Minnesota's entire offense was Jefferson, and they almost beat us that way.
KJ Osborne
was
pretty good.
Did they, quote, almost beat you? Lions covered the spread on the road, right? Did they not?
Was that not an NFL game?
That was an NFL game.
Most NFL
These games go on every single week in every single stadium all the time. They almost beat them. Every team almost beat them, except for the 49ers against the Ravens last night. They didn't almost beat them. They were down 21 in the fourth quarter. Lindsey Hunter denies that, though. He says that they were never down 21 in the fourth quarter. He, in fact, says that the 49ers won that game.
Well,
but anyway.
I'm glad Lindsey had a great Christmas. Sounds like he was into a lot more than those old fashions.
But D-Mac, that's the stigma I want gone. Like, you won a game on the road in the NFL, and I never felt like they were going to lose it. That's a dominating road win in the NFL. It just is.
I mean, I think, the development of this team, especially playing on the road. Now, I know, right? Spenny, you're the first one to say this. We can play on the road in any dome, right, and treat it more or less, not like a home game, but have a great chance. The one where we get upset or we get worried is Jared Goff outside in the cold, right? So that's why it's so imperative. You can put yourself in a position by finding a way to win in Dallas and finding a way to win in Minnesota. You've done everything you can do to prevent that from happening, right? Now that's what good teams do, right? They're, like you said, these couple days, enjoy it. You work real hard, but task at hand isn't done. And you could set yourself up so well, especially, against Dallas, who you're fighting for that spot.
And you know what else? Like the people they were an iffy interception away from not winning. You know who else didn't win in Minnesota? The team the franchise that you all get down on your knees and pray to in the San Francisco 49ers. You know that team that was down 21 in the fourth quarter? They lost at Minnesota. Did they not? Did they not? Did that happen?
They did.
They did. Thank you, Spenny. I have a question.
Kirk Cousins curse.
It's true.
No team in NFL history has won a Super Bowl and lost to Kirk Cousins in the same year.
That stat comes courtesy of Spencer Raxter, Inc.
Spartan Dog.
Get your money.
Get your money.
I always, every time. Justin Advocator.
Yeah,
you're getting $1 million till 2026,
Spartan
and Spenmo's okay with it.
I'm fine with it.
And through that, I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Real quick before we go to the break, Rad says Lions have Eminem, the Vikings have Lizzo. No comparison. They had no chance. Lizzo, Spenny.
What? No.
Heard she's mean.
Not even for the clout?
Not for maybe for the clout.
Yeah.
Just to get the song.
Yeah, probably
Spenny
for the
wants
clout.
a song.
Probably for the clout.
Ain't a player on the Minnesota Vikings.
It's true.
It's just a TD at Woodward Sports Network.
People did say it was Dalvin Cook, and
He's
that's why
one
he
half
had
of the big
those knee
heavyweights.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
For the clout, for sure.
Spenny, that's why I mess with you, man.
Yeah.
We have differences of opinion, but we don't deny reality. We're
Yeah.
not Lindsey Hunter up here.
Yeah.
Just like if you don't think Premier Pet Supply is the best in the game, then you're denying reality.
You're denying reality for sure. Because Premier Pet Supply is the best in the game. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. Family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of foods with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local, curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, like the whiff. Smell it, boys and girls. The whiff of the first playoff game in 31 years. Yes, we can say it because it's here. Gassy Aggressive Strain, named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you're missing out. They are so smooth. Get them in your repertoire now before the first playoff game. Find them at Dispo Dispenser for 25% off. Code word Woodward Glorious. Go to www.gloriouscanna2ns.com. That actually makes sense now.
It does, yeah, absolutely. Does it smell the same? It feels the same, I would imagine.
Probably even better. I mean, I
it.
guess, you know what? Should have had one here to see if it tastes better.
Keeping it pushing your Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter. Rax hanging out and kicking it in studio as well. Shout out Detroit City Distillery for the old-fashioned mix. I'm having one because it's celebratory. We're celebrating and stuff because the Lions are champions. That honey mix with the bourbon it hits right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump in to their Real Cream of Wheat. Lindsey catching strays today. No, the Niners caught a stray last night. And Lamar was the trigger man.
Why is Lindsey running out in the open? You know, with no...
He got blown up.
With no armor on or anything. He was doing it to himself.
Mike G. Lizzo is thicker than easy. Can we confirm?
Facts.
Spenny said yes right away without any hesitation at all. Silent Service, the team I dislike the most is the Vikings. Silent Service, I'm with you. I hate the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings fans are acting like a bunch of bitches on Twitter.
Are they not? What were you guys gonna do?
Yeah.
You guys had Nick Mullins as your quarterback, bro.
How many times did I say that, Spetty? Mm-hmm. How many times did I say, guys, don't worry, Nick Mullins will
is their
not
quarterback.
ruin your destiny.
Yeah.
It's Nick Mullins, for Christ's sake. Come on, Booter, bet the 2 interceptions. Bet Kirby Joseph. This is how confident we were. Kirby Joseph gets his first pick. Booter goes right away and bets him for another one and hits it. Nick Mullen was never going to happen, Neal.
Wow, listen to this. Ryan Poulter just texted me. See, I got on the over-unders, and he was 3-0 this weekend. Wow, incredible.
Yeah, shouldn't it be Steve or Scott or whoever's doing the picks for him sending that text in to you?
It should be, yeah.
You didn't do the picks. That's why you should get a car from Ryan Poulter at Feldman, because obviously he's a great GM, delegator,
Which I'm doing that. I'm in talks,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously, he knew when to change it up and have somebody else pick for him.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Sheila should be able to stay safe in any hood in the city. Would you agree with that? Sheila, if she wants to go to the Coney at 6 and Mound, right?
I mean, she should be able to, yeah.
Right.
Would she be? No. But she should be able to.
This week, yes.
Yeah.
Out of any week.
Sometimes, Spenny, you want that chili cheese omelet.
Yeah, she should, but...
She should be able to get it.
But she would.
The streets should protect her.
They should.
I think the streets would. This week? Come on.
It's a billionaire walking around, man. That's a lot of money.
I know, but look at what she did.
Yeah, no.
For the people.
For sure.
I think she would be. Can we chat poll that one? Should Sheila be safe in any hood in the city this week?
Yeah, she should be.
Would Sheila be safe in any hood in the city this week?
She should be safe in any hood in any city in the state.
I agree.
You know, Benton Harbor, Saginaw, Flint, wherever like that. I mean, come on, man. This is the queen.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. Jake.
East Side's pretty grindy.
But yeah, it's on the woodwardsports.com chat. Wow, 30% say no. I got more faith in the streets than some other people.
Out there,
I know, but still. Jake, let's not forget Hawkinson was happy to go to a, quote, winning organization. Never forget.
Yeah.
Never forget. How'd it work out for you? Because I saw you leaving the field prematurely before the game was over.
True.
One more time, BMG.
How about that move? Talking about Brad Holmes and his statues and stuff like that. To move that for the money and then replace him with Sam Laporta. I mean, low key, we don't talk about that enough.
Listen, I love Sheila and everything she's done for this city and this team, but it's still eat the rich.
Yeah, but Spenny, a division title, Spenny.
It's still eat the rich.
But not this one.
Yeah.
Give me this one.
I don't know.
You're thinking about it. Just, think about it. Think about it.
It's fair.
Okay. Hey, Spenny, is CeeDee Lamb a superstar?
No.
No?
No.
Where'd he go in your fantasy drafts?
First round.
I think he is, and he's the one that scares me today over the middle, watching things that Jefferson and Osborne did last. Like I think to me, Neal, he in a receiver role is the Jalen Hurts to me. Where it was, I was
maybe
like
not
coming out, it was like not this, but then watching him more and seeing him more, he's developing into that guy.
But my point with the question is this. I feel if you're taking in the first round of a fantasy draft, then you're a star in the league. I think that's fair. Like, you're a star in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not a superstar, but you're a star in this game.
Well, how many how many superstars are there? Like, if you're talking fantasy like that, it just like McCaffrey's is just a goat.
Right.
So what I'm saying is CeeDee Lamb, if you're going to take him first round or whatever.
He's a first round pick in fantasy.
Right.
That's
only 12 people too.
Yeah.
So you got to be productive. What's the object of taking the first guy? Who's your most productive guy? Isn't that usually what it is?
Yeah. He's a first round. Spenny said it. Like, he's not a superstar, but he's a first round pick in fantasy drafts.
Yeah. I mean, I would say he's a superstar.
Okay, whatever. I'm not here to debate that. The point of it is this. Him and Sam Laporta have the same amount of receiving touchdowns. I still think even through all this that a lot of the Lions are slept on. I honestly believe
Well, how about Amon-Ra St. Brown? What do you have, eight 100-yard receiving games this year so far?
First time in NFL history.
And look at these.
There it is.
The wide receiver.
Two of
and
them
the
are
running
rookies.
back. And they have two running backs that have had 8+ touchdowns.
Yep.
So 2 pass catchers, 2 rushers. All of them have 8+ touchdowns.
Now, when we're talking about this, right, I think Laporta's consistency all year, right, which has been, from day one, so to speak, as we've seen Jahmyr Gibbs elevate, get better.
How about that move yesterday?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're getting, when Dan Miller says him and Tim Twentyman were watching it over on repeat on the plane and making comparisons to Barry Sanders for putting the foot in the ground, that's something. But also not with him. But look at our young guys. Look at what do we say about Jameson Williams last game? How many targets did he have? How many catches contested? But he's more like the young guys are still. They're getting better and better and more confident. You look at the youth, and again, Amon-Ra St. Brown's your veteran, but he's still a young guy for his contract, stuff like this. So
and I knew what was going to happen on this. Like, I knew everyone's going to jump in the weeds and get super granular about everything. The statement is just this. That's the company he's in. You can tell me what you think. I'm telling you what I know. And I know that they both had the same amount of receiving touchdowns. That's the air Sam Laporta is in. That's the air, like when Spenny puts that graphic up. When David Montgomery cashes your 4-1 get right in like week 11 of the season or 13 or whatever it was, that they are a good football team, everybody. And you know what else? They could lose Saturday night. As a matter of fact, they're a touchdown underdog in the game. So they could lose Saturday night. And guess what? They're still a good football team. And guess what the floor is? The 3 seed with a home playoff game. And guess what else? In April, what happens again? Brad Holmes gets to send an envelope to the podium 4 times in the first 3 rounds. 4 times in the first 3 rounds, which is probably the most dangerous weapon this organization has. Get comfortable, everybody. Carl Collins put out a banger of a video after the game was over. And he pulled a clip of me saying, get comfortable, everybody, because the Lions are winning this division and hosting a playoff game. Guess what else, everybody? Get comfortable, because Brad Holmes has 4 picks in the first 3 rounds of next year's draft. So all these things that you're concerned about, that you say you don't believe in because of...
Detroit.
Which is in Detroit. Let that man cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
It's set, D-Mac. It is set for the long run.
No, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, the window or whatever your window's here, but it's here to last, right? I mean, you're such in a great spot. What are all the other teams around the league? Look at it right now. Go look at injury reports. Go look at, we saw it yesterday throughout the weekend. Guys are going down, right? Teams later in the season. It's tough sledding. We're getting healthier. That's why, this thing ain't going away. Do you think, and when it comes around to the draft, no matter where you're drafting, do you think Brad Holmes is going to miss on guys from what he showed you? This is only getting better.
It's only starting.
And now you got guys to fill in around, right? Look at all the youth. We're talking Gibbs, Laporta, Williams. Finally, where's all the bashers about this guy's a bust and all this stuff? Is he still a bust?
You don't draft a running back that high. And, hey, I'll be the first to raise my hand.
And say you're wrong?
I was wrong about that.
There you go. Right there. Guys, hey, lock it down for all you guys that don't think Neal says accountability, because there it is.
I was wrong about that. As part of the, quote, Jalen Carter contingent that was upset about it, I will look you in the eye right now through the camera lens and raise my hand and say, I was wrong about that. You know how I know? Does anybody think Jahmyr Gibbs isn't going to be one of those dudes in this league? There ain't many of you that are out there. And if you are, then you're being a hater. That's it. So, again, let this man cook.
You know what the difference? Obviously the comparisons with DeAndre Swift or whatever, but you can't compare them.
No.
Because Gibbs runs hard to contact and stuff like this, and the more that he's in there, he's showing his durability, right? And the fact of being out there. Do we not remember his breakout game is when we needed it the most, when Montgomery was down and this kid grabbed the ball and showed you why?
20 carries
Brad Holmes
or whatever
made
it was.
Him the number 12 pick. Are we not seeing it now? Right, so isn't it trust the process and the guys are in charge from the top? So
$1,000,000%. Jake in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Defense with the draft. Jake, let him cook. He'll take care of it. Look at what he did to this offense. Look around the room. Look at the graphics Spenny's putting up. Let him cook.
What did they do, right? They looked at and they said, you know what? We have enough guys here that are buying into the system that maybe we're not, especially on defense, that we're going to resign. And we're going to go draft all these young guys that we think can play and be players and are ready to play, that are form part of the culture, right? The big thing I always hear is you have to be bought into whatever that culture is there. Started the program talking about the love that they have for each other, right? That's not easy, guys. That's not easy to have it through a 23-man hockey team, let alone a 50-some-man roster in football, plus everybody else. So, to your point, how they addressed the offense this last year, I think they're addressing the defense this coming draft. But we don't have to talk about the draft now. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice?
It is nice. But I do have to talk about Planet Fitness right now. We are live at the Planet Fitness Studios, and you guys know what it is. $1 down, $10 a month for access to your home club. The Black Card option is in play, $24.99 a month. Any Planet Fitness in the world. Over 2,400 of them, over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. Here's the deal, too. No one talks about this with Planet Fitness. You got the app on your phone. You just walk in the door of any one of them, and you scan your barcode, and you just go work out. That's it. There's no forms to fill out. There's none of that ish you got to go through. You just go in there and do what you got to do. Now, I have to be honest with everybody. Did not go to Planet Fitness today. I did not. I take a couple of days off around Christmas. I do. Full disclosure, again, accountable. I take a couple of days off around Christmas. We got a road trip this week. I'll be back in it, though. On Wednesday, I'll be back in there, everybody, and we will be getting it in. Go to planetfitness.com. You can join there. Pull in the parking lot. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. As we said, you can join there. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on homestyle goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only a Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Let's talk about Outdoor Equipco, official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan-grown, family-owned Bad Boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, even weed whippers, Liberty Trailers, Generac generators, and at some point, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Michigan or wherever you are with snow. It is going to snow, so make sure you get your Snow X plows and salters. Outdoor Equipment Company has it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing. They'll deliver it to your doorstep. Check them out today, OutdoorEquipco.com.
Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter, my guy Rack in the house as well, and all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, get in there. Shout out Detroit City Distillery, the old-fashioned, the celebratory. They know I like the bourbon mixed with the honey. It is very, very good. We're enjoying it here today, and I hope you're enjoying your time. If you're off work right now this week, congratulations, and get it in there.
Jesus
let me do
Christ.
that. Hey, just look at me. Let me do that. I have more fun doing it.
All right, fair. God, dude,
But
how can you be so
we were
annoying?
close. We're on the same page.
He's just saying the same thing over and over. Like,
Hey,
fucking God,
I like whoever said it. What does college have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Anyways. So the Lions.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions, the NFC North champion.
The North Division champion Lions?
Correct.
That's new.
I
have never said that out of my mouth before.
That is true.
Wow.
You have more recently said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are NFC North Division champions.
Here's my question, Neal. Where is your comfortability? Right? We've sat here all year and sat here on Mondays or Tuesdays and whatever like this and yin, yang, up, down. We've talked about Goff's contract, talked about guys being bust or whatever like that. Where is everybody at right now? As far as confidence with everything, the health of this team, you know, you look at those dogs up front, Ragnar's playing with 9 toes, you know, whatever it takes. But as I sit here right now and gonna enjoy the journey for the next couple days, right? And just take it all in, to the fact is that there's an underlying confidence that I have in this team that there's something special going on here, and it's out of there. And why that is because the first thing they're talking about is love of each other. To me, that's from my experience in winning 4 world championships and getting to conference finals and winning divisions and all this stuff, right? That is so important. And you can't, every team says it, right? But you feel it with this team. This is why it's different. And that can take you, like, that's why in those darkest moments, they lean on each other and believe in themselves. We don't have to as fans, because we still, like I said, it's not the same old Lions, it's the same old Lions fans. But I'm seeing it start to change, that we're accepting that this is becoming more of a norm and accepting it. Do you find that?
That's an interesting question, D-Mac, because I think we all are products of our environment, right? And that's the stuff that you notice. And for me, because I've pretty much stayed the same throughout this. Now, I know a lot of other people have kind of, they've rode the wave up and down, and it's over, and they suck, and they're great, and they suck, and they're great, and they suck. Because I knew the talent at the core of this team. So I haven't really wavered much. And D-Mac, like, I'm happy. I'm happy they won a division title for the first time since I was, like, in elementary school. Like, I'm happy about that. I still feel the same, though, about the organization. Because I know it's, in my heart, I know it's built to last. I look at the financials, and they're clean. I don't look down and see the Chargers being $47 million over the cap next year. I don't see that. I don't see them having shoved all in on what they have and then coming up bust and having to explain to their family why they can't get groceries this week. Like, for me, this team, and again, even if there are shortcomings, even if they get cooked in Dallas, even if they get to the playoffs, I do expect them to win the home playoff game. Because I expect the crowd will carry them to a victory, no matter what. That will be the most insane environment. That will be the closest you'll ever see to soccer hooligans. You know what I'm like? European soccer action that's going on. I do believe that the fans will not allow them to lose that game. But even with that being said, say they do that and they go to Philly and they get, as Terry Foster would say, mollywopped. Or they play San Francisco and they get mollywopped. For me, even in that moment, even if they lost like 42-10, Spenny, it doesn't matter. It's in a vacuum. It does not matter.
You're right, Neal.
I still don't want to see it.
I know you don't want to see it, but it doesn't change the fabric of what this is.
That's fair.
And the fabric of what this is in April. Brad Holmes gets 4 cracks in the first 3 rounds. The show goes on. And we keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. It's built to last. I have a calm sense about it. That even if it gets ugly in the playoffs, even if it turns out bad, because guess what, everybody? All things end badly or else they don't end. That's a constant in life.
That's fact. That's factual.
Yes. That I didn't come up with that. I heard that in the movie Cocktail.
So you got to be just happy.
It was a good movie.
Of the ride we're
and I'm
going
having
on.
a cocktail.
And there's expectations, right? And everything like that. But you look at from the 30,000-foot view. I always go to you for the books and the bag and whatever like this.
You tell me the locker room vibe. I'll tell you the math.
That's it. And to me, everything's there. Now it's right, because how many times, Neal, right, do we just think that it's, throw the football out on the field and the guys go out and play? There's so much that goes into it. And right now when you realize it, you're even in better. If you're a Lions fan, you should be even happier when you break that stuff down and the consistency.
Yes, because it still remains. Everything remains the same for this team. The draft cap, everything I've been preaching for 20 years that I wanted them to do, now they're doing. And it's set up for the long haul. That is that kind of boring, I guess, maybe?
I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, deep up, but is there, like, what other organization as far as being prepared or set up?
Chicago.
Okay, right? So
that's
Chicago,
the one that jumps off the page.
And we always say that, where Chicago's got all that stuff in the bank, but what they don't have is the development yet, so they're like a year behind.
They don't have.
Atlanta's got a pretty good setup.
Atlanta's got a pretty good setup
They
too.
just need a quarterback.
And all these teams that we're talking, the Lions got one.
Also, I do want to say, you remember when Lamar Jackson was putting his feelers out there?
Yeah.
For different, different teams when Baltimore wasn't ready to commit to him that money, and Atlanta said, "No, we're good," and they rolled with Desmond Ridder.
And they got what they deserved.
And now Lamar Jackson's having an MVP season.
Now, to be fair, though, they were never not going to sign. In retrospect, they were never not going to sign Lamar.
Imagine Lamar Jackson with Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, that offensive line.
Well, imagine Baltimore with Lamar, and that's what Baltimore thought about, and that's why they gave him $250 million and $200 million guaranteed.
Anybody know Baltimore's doing this without Mark Andrews?
And Keaton Mitchell got hurt.
Well, this Isaiah Likely character from Coastal Carolina is as good.
Dude's a baller.
Yeah, he's scary. But anyway, though, because when I sent some tweets out about Goff, and I was like, hey, this Mahomes guy really seems like he needs a lot right for him to win games. And I was watching him struggle against the Raiders.
He was crying too.
He was crying about it, but. My point was, and I got some tweets from the people about the Lamar thing. Oh, I still would have taken Lamar. Lamar was never in play. Everything went according to what you do. You offer him the franchise tag. He can't do anything He can't do anything other than sign it or not sign it. That's it. The ball's out of the Ravens' court. And they're doing all this for what? Posturing, negotiating, leverage. Like, that's the way this works.
Yeah.
So, that stuff was never on the table, D-Mac. He was always going to be at Baltimore. Always.
No, you said that from the beginning. It's just how they were going to figure out.
Because you don't move on from quarterbacks that are known entities. Who does that?
Bad teams. Baltimore's not a bad team. Bad run teams. Baltimore's not a bad run team.
There may be like a unicorn example 10 years ago or something like that, but by and large, when you have a good quarterback, you keep the good quarterback. That's just the way that it works.
Sort of like insurance.
That is true.
When you need insurance, you go with the best, and that has to be Swiss Insurance because it's football season. We all know it. Northern Division champs. What a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports. They should be covering you too. Give my buddy Mark a call. Swiss Insurance today, 248-800-4177, or go to SwissINS.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Neal Ruhl here for Jack Labrador. Drafting is a complicated business in professional sports. Eric Ebron over Aaron Donald. Darko over D. Wade. Stanley Johnson over Devin Booker. Let me help you out. Jack Labrador should be your #1 overall stocking stuffer pick this year. 1 deck, 3 games, fun for the whole family for less than $20. You'll love your Jack Labrador pick more than you love Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs. Draft like Brad Holmes. Draft at jacklabrador.com right now, or scan the QR code on your screen. Guys, sun's not going to come out till June. You're going to need some card games. jacklabrador.com. It is time, everybody. It's Tuesday. I know it's the holiday season, but you still got to put people in the coffin. It is time for Rest in Peace.
I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
Absolutely.
D-Mac's going
right
first.
Out of the rip. It's going in. It's being buried. Thank God. First time ever. NFC North Championship. Right? You can put the bridesmaid dress away, baby. We getting married. NFC North. The fact that you hadn't won, throw that away, baby. Throw the fact that you could not get it done in this division. You are hosting a home game. You are the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop in the North. This isn't going to change. Right now, I'm just going to put the dust on it and enjoy it. It's a new division. The old NFC North, get in there. Get down there. This is a new time, new flavor. Lions, not just this year, but moving forward. We own this division. Bye-bye, old NFC North.
There it is. There it absolutely
was low,
is.
But I picked it, and I ate it.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Oh, okay. BMG.
All right. I am rest in peace, Tommy DeVito. You had a nice 3-game run, but you get benched for Tyrod Taylor. You couldn't do anything against the terrible Eagles secondary. Hopefully you got another signing coming up to stack up that money, because you probably won't be playing quarterback for the Giants.
That's aggressive by BMG. To put Tommy Cutlets in the ground, forget about it.
Tommy Cutlets is dead.
For real? We're done that quick?
Yeah.
But I love his family's tailgates. I love the
They can still
Sopranos
come
theme
tailgate,
at the
but
stadium.
He's not playing quarterback.
Look at how dismissive BMG is, too. Like, he's indignant about it.
I'll go next.
All
All
right.
you, Spenny.
R.I.P. to Bill Belichick as a head coach for the New England Patriots.
You're convinced?
They admitted, they said they were moving on after the season. He's not doing anything. The offense is a joke. The defense is all right, but it's nothing special. Team is going nowhere. Bill Belichick, this is your last year in New England. It's crazy, but R.I.P. to the GOAT as a coach for the New England Patriots.
Now, is he done, Spenny, or is he
I
going to
don't know.
go somewhere else?
I don't know.
He doesn't strike me as somebody that wants to, like, go through that process again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it is, D-Mac.
I think we see him on all the celebrity golf tour stuff. You know, we see him out there golf. I think Bill's hanging it up.
Put
If
him in
I
the
was going to
box with
place a
Tommy.
bet, I think Bill, where's he going to be? Making how much? $7 million doing NFL game day or something like that? Think he'd be in the box?
I don't think he's
either?
addicted to it.
Okay.
You know how, like, some people are addicted to it? I don't think he's addicted to it. But that's just me. That's just my guess. You think he's done, Spenny?
I think he's done.
He's just going to ride it out?
Yeah.
Almost R.I.P. to this old-fashioned, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, rest in peace to Brock Purdy's MVP hopes. Because here's the deal, Brock Purdy. And consequently, rest in peace to Lindsey Hunter's Brock Purdy's MVP hopes. Because here's the deal, everybody. You don't roll out and throw 4 picks in one of the bigger games of the NFL regular season. You don't get benched, subbed for injury,
What was
not benched.
Sam Darnold.
I was told he got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess Brock Purdy just needs a lot of things to go right to play well. You know, a lot like Patrick Mahomes. He just needs a great offensive line. He just needs great receivers and a great running back. And if everything doesn't go perfectly, he's not very good. You know, a lot like Patrick Mahomes over the weekend.
Dude,
Really weird.
what if Patrick Mahomes wasn't mobile? He would have been dead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Dead every
was
time.
running for his life.
Out of that offensive line, and he just bought them all golf carts too, and they treated him that way. But no, they're like everybody needs help. It's NFL. You're playing.
But
at the
D-Mac,
position.
why didn't Brock Purdy just be more mobile? Or why didn't Brock Purdy
You
just
saw what
step up in the
happens when
pocket?
He's not as mobile as Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying, I thought Mahomes played a good game considering he was running for his life the whole game. And if he was Jared Goff and wasn't protected, which lets me know, thank God we can protect our guy. Because I saw Jack Harrington in there, R.I.P. the Chiefs. He could be right. They could lose these next couple games. I mean, the AFC is so tight to believe it, but that Chief, not only can they not catch the ball, right? You got Patrick Mahomes losing his mind on the sideline. You got Travis Kelce throwing his helmet. This isn't like championship mentality. You even saw Andy Reid tell the guy, don't give Travis his helmet back, and went over there and said, come on, dude. You're a pro. That's real frustration when you see the best players in the league, acting like cats. Pretty much.
Just a fan. Neal is always trolling. I'm not trolling. He should just be more mobile or step up in the pocket. That's all you have to do, I was told. Answer 14. Neal hitting on the head. Great QBs are a product of great players around them. No, they're not. Look at Josh Allen. He doesn't have a running game. He's great. They won. They're in the playoffs now.
That's what I said. Is Buffalo that team?
No.
No. Because
he ain't that quarterback.
Who's that team in the AFC?
That's my point. I don't know.
But you think there is one?
I think it's going to be a bomb. I think it's going to be a bomb. That, like, I'm getting those vibes from Cleveland. And it doesn't make sense.
Talk about Joe Flacco. Talk about
Elite.
Marty Cooper. 11 for 265.
Yeah.
Hey, BMG.
Joe Flacco's elite.
You're the resident betting insider here.
Yes.
What's Cleveland to win the Super Bowl right now?
Oh, God. All
Just because I got a feeling it's worth a spin. I'm guessing what, 40-1?
50 to 1. Plus
Oh,
5,000,
yeah.
Plus 5,000.
50-1.
sprinkle.
Yeah. Your coffee. Your coffee for the day. $3. $4.
Yeah, I got something for you.
$200.
Yeah. Bet everything.
Put your house on it.
What do you got, BMG?
The Lions are plus 1,800, and the Buffalo Bills are right below them at plus 1,100.
Really?
Yes.
1,100.
And then your top 6 is the Cowboys, Chiefs, Eagles, Dolphins, Ravens, Niners.
There's worse things in the world than the Browns at 50-1. You're getting. I know you're getting Joe Flacco. That's why you're getting 50-1.
Joe Flacco's elite.
Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You okay? Oh, I thought you choked for a minute there. I didn't.
No, for sure. He had one of the best postseasons of all time.
Yes. I'm just saying. Give it a spin. Peaceful Tim. Purdy couldn't catch a break. Tips and deflections were the story of that game last night. He should have been more mobile.
That sounds like Lindsey. That's what Lindsey was saying.
Should have been more mobile. Should have stepped up in the pocket. Should have done it. Silent service. Lions versus Cleveland in the Super Bowl. Can you parlay that? Super Bowl outcomes?
I think you can put matchups. Let me check.
Yeah, BMG's going to work on that right now. Rematch, 1957. It all comes full circle.
Browns, Lions.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who says no?
The Ravens.
Is that
Well,
what the 57 rematch would be?
Yeah?
This is the first time
I mean,
since
you could be.
like 53.
So
they
do
both won 10
Cleveland
games.
fans?
Yeah.
Do Cleveland fans care right now about Deshaun Watson not being there with Joe Flacco doing that and all the money and all the different stuff like that, or are they riding this?
It's still gotta hurt.
Yeah, absolutely it does. But remember, too, like, the 49ers overcame it. Remember all the draft picks they gave up for Trey Lance?
Yeah, but a couple
they're not
draft picks
different.
is way different than $260 million.
Well,
fully
but
guaranteed.
because that's your arsenal.
Yeah.
Those are your bullets in the gun.
A Lions versus Browns Super Bowl matchup is plus 17,000.
$200.
Your car payment. Put it in there right now. We're trading in and we're getting a Lambo.
Oh yeah.
Plus 170,000. So what? 1,700 to one?
17,000.
Oh, 17,000.
Yeah. $20 wins you 3,400. Put it that way.
You putting it on there?
Fuck no.
Dude, listen, you're talking, but you think that's outrageous? You did see somebody bet $5 and won $490,000 in a 14-leg parlay anytime touchdown with guys on there. There's 4 guys on there I thought were retired on this guy. So talk about ridiculous bets or whatever coming in. That was a $5 bet. Made $490,000. Go check it out. So what I'm saying, throw a 5 on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying, put the grocery money on it.
Like, if this is the year of
your child's
crazy
tuition
stuff to
on it.
happen,
Yeah.
why not?
Go get it now.
Put your child's college savings on it. Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. He's elite.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Danny G. San Francisco is not beatable for us. To beat San Fran, you need a quarterback who can overcome a pass rush like Lamar or Josh Allen. Goff cannot overcome the pass rush. Like Kirk Cousins, Danny G? Because didn't Kirk Cousins beat him?
He did.
Huh. Weird. Here's the overriding story to all of it. Anything can happen in the NFL. And look, guys, would I bet on the 49ers beating the Lions 7 out of 10 times?
Yes.
8 out of 10 times?
Yes.
8 out of 10, yes.
8 out of 10 times?
Yeah.
7 out of 10, whatever. But they don't play them 10 times.
No.
They play them once.
That's a bar.
Absolutely.
So I'll take my
anything
chances.
happen in these games. You see the way that it's officiated. You see guys get injured. You look at San Fran right now. I would say that if you were going to play them, they're vulnerable. They got guys going down left and right. They can't protect the quarterback. There's question marks there. Yes, they're still top 3 elite teams in this league. But are you saying there's a chance? Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying, everybody. All right, when we come back, we're going to look around the NFL and kind of take a look and see what happened. Just like you can see what happens at Big Boy, because you guys know what it is. It's wintertime. Settle in, everybody. We got New Year's Day, and then it's bleak until May. So you got the down. I know, man.
It was 50 degrees yesterday.
I know. Down Home Comfort Foods from Big Boy.
Today.
You guys know what it is. The Southern Comfort Bowl, that's what Spencer Raxter is going to be about. Veal Parmigiana, Tommy Cutlets will be all about that because he's not going to be busy for a
He's gonna be
while.
washing dishes with Big Boy pretty soon.
The stuffed potato pancakes, they're back as well. The Santa Fe omelet, all of it's out there in play. And don't forget for breakfast, the apple pie hotcakes.
Yeah,
D-Mac
that's
would
me.
be all about that. And then he'll chase it with the gingerbread shake.
Gingerbread, yes.
He wants a gingerbread shake, too. Get it, everybody. Get in to Down Home Comfort Foods at your local Big Boy today.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy Championship Monday. Yes, NFC North Divisional Championship Monday. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Spencer Raxter, Big Mike Gentry. Rax just kicking it here on the holiday week as well. But you guys know we do this every single week. Just want to take a spin around the National Football League. Just tell me what stood out to you. And I know that usually you guys have conviction. You want to go first. But what I want to say intertwines with this message from Danny G, who came back for more and says, if a team can get pressure rushing 4, WTF does that mean? They are dropping everybody else back to cover the pass. Goff isn't the type of QB who overcomes that. You know what? Neither is Patrick Mahomes, because the Raiders got home rushing 4 every single play of the game.
Max Crosby's making his life hell.
And guess what? It ended with Travis Kelce throwing his helmet and Patrick Mahomes breaking down and crying. So how about that, Danny G? How about that? So Patrick Mahomes isn't that kind of guy either,
Some bad
right?
play calling by the Chiefs thing.
Is Max Crosby had to have touched Patrick Mahomes 25 to 30 times.
Yeah.
Either chasing him down, hitting him, like whatever, like and Spenny, I don't know if you noticed this, but there'd be a play at the end or whatever, and then he'd give him a tap on the helmet or whatever like that. By about the 8th time, I'd be like, bro, quit tapping me on the helmet because you'd be getting pissed off. That's part of it too. But you look at how, right, the Raiders are a prime example. Because they got pressure and they held back. And what happened? Jack Jones has a pick 6. More or less stuff like that. So that's why it's so important. One of the things I loved about our Lions team the other day, and you got to give Aaron Glenn credit, look at some of the blitzes that he called in key times. So when you're doing that and you're able to get some pressure, or the guys up front being able to do the job, we'll see. It's going to be a great test against Dallas. They're never a slouch as far as that, but it's a great warm-up, right? Because at the end of the day, it's irrelevant to the fact of where you're going and your home game, but you could set yourself up for so much. And this is like a playoff game before a playoff game, so test you.
Spencer Raxter, what'd you see? What stuck out to you just over the weekend? And it's tough because, and look, low key, when I was driving to church, I was low key mad at the NFL for like, why do you have to cram this in? It's Christmas Eve, bro.
You're more mad at the NFL or the NHL?
I was
from the other we'll talk
Remind
about
me
that.
later. Please don't let me forget that.
Hey,
Your stupid league, D-Man.
dude, when you
stupid league.
When you text that, absolutely. Self-awareness of the NHL is nowhere. But let's talk NFL. Because
I was low-key mad, Spenny, because I know I wasn't the only one, and judging by the phones at the church, I know. And I'm not just saying because of church. Like, I'm sure, you were probably driving somewhere. I was driving. People were going around, going to the store for last minute. Like, and these are things you can't just say. It's not a typical Sunday. We're just like, F it, I'll deal with this after.
Yeah.
Like, there's a timeline. You got to deal with it. But I'm sorry to hijack it. Spenny, what'd you see?
Yeah, I saw the Lions win the NFC North.
It's true.
That's all that matters.
Certified supply chain professional, all caps. Detroit Lions are the NFC North champs, LFG.
That's what I saw. I saw the Lions win the NFC North for the first time in my life. I saw the Lions being a team that's going to host a home playoff game for the first time in my life. So that's all I wanted. And now, go out there, win your playoff game.
You know what the greatest self-awareness was that I noticed on this point? Look when Booner, the Detroit Lions press release post-game, one line, NFC North Division champion.
Yep.
What does that mean? That's self-awareness in that building. Task at hand, job done. The rest of it's irrelevant. Rest of it is irrelevant. We won that. I thought that was great because you know what? Task done, task at hand. So that was the biggest thing. What else? What I saw, like the other thing that I saw is Antonio Pierce deserves to be a head coach in this league as far as like the Dan Campbell mentality. No. But here's the thing. Listen to me, Neal. He will get a job, whether it's the Raiders or somewhere else, because it's the new Dan Campbell philosophy. He coaches that team. GMs around the league are looking to Detroit. That's the new toy, the way Dan Campbell coaches.
That's fair.
Former players, stuff like that. You watch. He should get the job the way he's got the Raiders playing, in my opinion. But you know what? He's going to end up on his feet because that's the new coach, right? The new coach getting the most out of the players. And I think Dan Campbell started that.
The more I think about it, and listening to your case for it, D-Mac, I think you're probably right that he is going to end up with the job because here's the deal. When you do this, there's only two outcomes for Antonio Pierce. Either he gets the job, or you're going to go get someone else to have the job, and he's going to be on the staff.
No, he's not on the staff. But what
work.
I'm saying is that I'm not. And hey, listen, this is the Raiders. They could fuck it up. They always fuck it up. Yeah. I'm not talking to them. But there is a team out there out of the 32 that is watching and seeing that they need this. This is a culture guy. And because you can't tell me if you've watched the Raiders in the last few weeks since they've been there, they're 4-3, but God, do they play hard, right? And that's the new thing for teams that are missing playing hard. So that's the one thing that I thought. Because to your point, Neal, I wasn't sold if he would be a coach, but it's the consistency of what this team plays.
BMG, what'd you see, my friend? I
wanted to ask you this. Are the Jaguars cooked? Trevor Lawrence went down again, and now there's like a three-way tie for that division.
What's the first? Texans.
You and me, Spenny.
It's happening.
You and me. You know what, BMG? I was conflicted. The timing didn't work out. I was prepared to go with the Jaguars for the rest in peace, but I'll wait till they lose next week. Trevor Lawrence, where is it? I always hear about this. All the time with Trevor Lawrence. I hear about it. Oh, he's great. He's great. Every time I look at him, he throws for 190 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Every single time I look at him, that's what happens. Like, when is he good? When is he good?
Playoffs against the Chargers last year. Well, the second half at least.
Yeah, but that's the Chargers. That doesn't count.
They do play the Panthers and the Titans to finish the year.
Of course they do.
That's favorable for their playoff hopes, but boy, they do not look good, and he cannot stay healthy. It seems like every game he's popping up with a new injury. So.
And you know what else he pops up with every game? 195 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. I'm convinced that's his box score every single day of the week. Am I missing something with Trevor Lawrence, D-Mac? Am I onto something like crazy?
I'm always waiting. It's sort of like the backfire in the car. It's like, oh, here you go. No. Dude, Trevor Lawrence, like when it comes down to crunch time or whatever, you're waiting for him to be better than he is because we're told that he's better than he is. And I can't say I watch him enough, but when I do in those moments, right, he doesn't get it done.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread LFG says Antonio Pierce got Arizona State in some hot water with the NCAA, but he's great at talent evaluation. You know what, LFG? If he got in trouble with the NCAA, that only furthers his cause with me.
It's true.
Fair enough.
Because if you're so good at evaluating talent, you get in trouble with the NCAA, you obviously know what you're doing. I go the other way on that. That's a positive for me, not a negative. That's a way that I work.
Because you can toggle the system, right? You're into the system. You're messing it around.
Absolutely. For me,
Rebellion.
the thing that stood out, and I have to give my son credit, because my son was on this a while, like the Cleveland Browns thing that I was talking about earlier. My son's been on them for a couple weeks, and he's like, Dad, I'm telling you, the defense. Flacco's not a bum.
He's elite.
Yeah, he's not.
Flacco can fire that
Dude's got a
pill, bro.
howitzer, man.
Throws one of the best deep balls still.
He's got a howitzer on his arm.
That all they do, and they beat the piss out of Houston yesterday.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
And look, the Flacco stuff aside, which everyone's laughing
He's
about.
elite.
Which fair. I'm trying. If he takes the Browns here, and he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
For getting off the couch.
Like I love Dan Campbell just as much as the next guy. Kevin Stefanski might deserve Coach of the Year more than Dan Campbell.
He's the favorite right now.
And
4 different quarterbacks. He's won games this year with 4
they're 10-5.
different quarterbacks.
They're 10-5.
It is wild. It is wild.
Flacco is second for comeback player of the year too, only behind DeMar Hamlin. I mean,
Has he played yet?
Yeah, he played.
Okay, he
dude,
played.
I seen him out there on a punt, like he was blocking for a punt. So like, I mean, Jesus Christ, you just got to give it to Joe Flacco at this point. All respect to DeMar Hamlin and everything he went through, but like Joe Flacco literally just came off the streets and he's about to be leading his team into playoffs.
Yeah. Shane Steichen, Kevin Stefanski, and Dan Campbell have to be. Can they get like a 3-way tie for Coach of the Year?
Where's D'Amico Ryans?
Yeah.
Shane Steichen and D'Amico Ryans both fell down a little bit. It's pretty much Dan Campbell and Stefanski now.
What's D'Amico Ryans out of curiosity?
I want to say he was plus 600, but let me double check on that.
If they win the division, how do you Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing, right? Look at the guys that are getting it done for Cleveland. Joe Flacco and Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Like offensively, we're talking the defense. Yeah, we agree. The defense is the rock and roll, Myles Garrett and those guys. But Joe Flacco and Amari Cooper.
GW the Kid and the Browns are doing this without Chubb. I mean,
no Nick Chubb, 4 different quarterbacks.
It's absurd. Credit to him, man.
And the only reason they're not winning their division is because the Ravens are in it.
Hey, I love what Dan Campbell's done, but you know what? I think I got props if they finish.
They get 11 wins?
Yeah. Hey, good for them.
Yeah.
So they got Kevin Stefanski at plus 150, Dan Campbell's plus 230, Shane Steichen is plus 650, Mike McDaniel is plus 750, and then D'Amico Ryans is plus 850.
I think the most realistic path I see in there, like D'Amico Ryan, and again, I'm not saying, because I know you guys take this literally and run with it, at plus 850, at 8.5 to 1. I give you a path, right? They win the division.
Yeah.
You're getting 8.5 to 1 on a spin. Take a spin Tuesday.
This is
Browns win the Super Bowl. D'Amico Ryan's coach of the year.
Pick me. This is I
gave you a path, and it's a realistic path.
Yes.
That's it. Like, that's all I can say.
Imagine if the Lions lost Penei Sewell and
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And they still had 11 wins. Like, that's the Browns.
And Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah, they lost their best player on offense and their quarterback.
Here's this, McSibs.
3 of their quarterbacks.
Haven't seen you in here before. 4 quarterbacks, no Chubb, and $55 million hole in the roster. You didn't even mention that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, like,
it's absurd.
This is a team that's floundering, trying to find a way. I mean, I like to see it. The Cleveland fans, they deserve it. Like, they're like us.
Yeah.
I got one here too. As far as what have I seen? Real quick. So the Cowboys aren't winning the Super Bowl now.
No.
Now they suck again.
Oh no, we suck again.
Yeah. Where is it? Because it changes.
They're elite on the at home, but on the road they're mid.
I had to.
The path to the Cowboys Super Bowl, if it doesn't go through Dallas, they got no chance.
I had to, I have to check in every week and be told
we suck again.
Yeah, I have to be told how to feel about the Cowboys every week, and I haven't watched ESPN and those shows, so I can't remember if this is the week they're Super Bowl champions or now they suck.
No, they lost, so they're not.
They're not. Okay, I just have to check.
They suck again.
I just have to check, just like.
But you know what? I'll check but I'll check with Guardian because they
Please,
would know.
tell
Guardian
them.
Alarm. They got everything covered. They cover you. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real expert professional technicians who take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. But I need you to call Guardian Alarm today at the number 1-800. 24/7 professional monitor. Call anytime, day or night. Know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. But I need you to call the number 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Real people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Business, personal, football, whatever. Guardian, they got your back. Give them a call, 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out of playing a away game in the playoffs, Dallas Cowboys, because you're not going to win.
Stay out of the L column tonight, Detroit Pistons. I'm going down there myself. I'll get this fixed. I promise
Not
you.
going to happen.
Guardian Alarm, your local security experts. Tell them Big D Energy. We sent you. Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand it off for more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers are coming to know and trust on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want. LesStanford.com.
All right, everybody, coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. I'll be cutting out of here. I got a big downtown day lined up with the fam. I'm going to go to the Quick Lane Bowl.
Nice.
Anytime I can sit in the stands and root against Minnesota, I'm going to be there for it. Please let Bowling Green beat them. Please let Bowling Green beat them. PJ Fleck, your boy, Spenny. Come on. He's got the talking monkey.
The amazing bearded lady.
Yeah. He's got the hat on with the talking monkey on his shoulder with the coffee cup in his hand.
Why is he my boy?
Because you love him.
That's Gentry's boy.
Why you like PJ Fleck so much, Gentry?
How is that my boy?
That's your boy.
It's not my
But
boy.
you're standing up for the Big Ten, right? You want the Big Ten to win.
Yeah.
Big Ten solidarity, brother.
Go Big Ten.
Beat the MAC, please.
Go PJ Fleck.
Big matchup, Minnesota and Bowling Green. I'm gonna slide through
Bowling
there.
Green beat Minnesota last year, I think.
I don't remember. Probably.
I know Pete went to Bowling Green.
Yeah.
So he's going to be at the game.
Pete Spivak, yeah. Conveniently, he wasn't at the Bowling Green game when they played Oakland and got cooked by 20.
Yeah,
Conveniently,
Pete.
He missed that one. But whatever, I
Shout out
digress. I did want to touch on this real quick, too, because we can do this, D-Mac. Just to update everybody. Niners, Eagles, Lions, all 11-4 as we go into the last 2 weeks of the season. Just the nuts and bolts behind it. The 49ers are 1 because they win the tiebreak over Philadelphia and Detroit based on the best win percentage in conference games because of their NFC record. The Eagles win the tiebreak over Detroit based on strength of victory. Do we know what, quote, strength of victory means? Common opponents or something?
Record of teams you beat, I'm assuming.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously the Lions have the 3 seed. The Buccaneers in the 4 spot. The Cowboys are locked in to the playoffs. They're in the number 5 spot right away, which means Dak would have to go on the road to Tampa. That would be fun to watch that game. That would be a lot of fun. The Rams are the 6th seed. They win the tiebreak over Seattle based on head-to-head win percentage. So as it sits right now, Lions-Rams, who says no? Give me that shit, Spenny.
Yeah?
Give me that shit. Seattle Seahawks are the 7th seed at 8-7. That's their playoff field right now in the NFC. How does that make you feel, D-Mac? Where are you at with that?
No, I mean, you've set yourself up and put yourself in the best position possible, obviously. And you fall back as at your worst as your 3rd, and you still have a great shot with the team. It's not like everybody ahead of you is playing lights out. Everybody ahead of you is sort of reeling themselves. They got to figure it out. You're the team that's not. So find a way to win these last 2 games. I believe you win these last 2 games, you will be the 2 seed. And who knows? It's the NFL, bud. Take care of your business. That's what it is. That's why I like the fact that this is sort of like an exhibition playoff game with Dallas, that you have more options because you're locked up. So it's going to fall the way that it does. I've seen a lot of people on the Twitter, still talking about look at LA and the Rams and they want the Stafford smoke. Do you? We'll see coming down to it. I do.
I do, 100%.
I do. If you're going to go through it, hey, what do I say? The only way out is through.
Yeah.
And why not go through the guy that was supposed to have gotten you there before? There's something to it. It'll mean a little bit extra. It always does.
Yeah, so that's the scenarios as it sits. In the 49ers, the 49ers are at Washington to play the Commanders, and then they're home against the Rams, the mighty, mighty Rams that everybody's fearful of, that everybody's just quivering with. Oh, my God, what are they going to do? What are they going to do about Matt Stafford?
I mean, they look pretty good. You can't say they haven't.
They're cute right now. They're cute. I know that they're not 11 and, I know they're not in the Lions stratosphere right now.
Sure.
I know that, especially at Ford Field. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Catspot, Neal is delusional. Cup and Puka will destroy the Lions secondary. Yeah, well, Laporte and Amon-Ra St. Brown got a pretty good track record, too, there, Catspot. Do they not? Do they not?
Fucking idiot. What? Like, talk about... I love the comments about, well, look what Goff did in the playoffs with the Rams. 7 years ago?
Right.
Fucking idiot. What? I don't even know. So stupid. So, you know what? I would love that so that we can mark that. And then when it doesn't happen, or if it does and they go off but we win, who cares?
Can we flash pull it, Spenny?
Yeah.
Who'd you rather play, Rams or Seattle?
I'd rather play the Rams.
I'd rather play the Rams, too.
But I thought Matt Stafford's a Hall of Fame quarterback that's going to come in here and run a train on the Lions.
I never said that.
I'm curious to see where the people are, though. I mean,
That'd be the ultimate script for the NFL.
And you know what else it would be, too? As I said, it would be that opportunity to slay it all. You beat the Rams, all of it's over. The whole thing's over.
Oh, yeah.
The playoff thing, the Stafford thing, the Goff thing, all of it.
And you can't beat Pete Carroll. Like, he's proved to own Dan Campbell.
Early on. Rams.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson placed on IR.
That was one of your sleeper guys, right?
I like DTR.
Yeah. 5th round guy or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that where he was?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, we'll do this then. We'll WoodwardSports.com chat thread, KMG King. I'm not really sure if I want to play the Rams. Just imagine losing to Stafford at Ford Field. That would be typical Lions moment.
Imagine beating him.
Thank you, Spenny.
Imagine losing to him. What if he comes and wins? What if you beat him?
What if? It's all over. You beat him, it's all of it's over. You're just a regular NFL team now that's trying to go to the NFC Championship game. Why are we still like bitches still? Why?
Same old Lions fans. Because we haven't taken that next step yet.
D-Mac, I want nothing more than the Rams. If they ask me my opinion, if they say, Neal, this is up to you, set it up. Lions-Rams, Saturday night, 8:15, kick the ball.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yes, absolutely.
8:15.
The only way out's through. I ain't scared of them. Yeah, they're good receivers. Cup, Nakua, whatever his name is, stuff like that. Aaron Donald, they got a great team, but that's what you want. You want the smoke. Are you going to give up passing yards? Yeah, you give up passing yards to everybody. But that doesn't mean you're going to lose. Hey, Matt Stafford, I don't know. Is he prone to throw interceptions? Are we prone to make interceptions?
Is he mobile?
I mean, like, has anybody else watched us play Seattle in the last few years? Do we have an answer for Seattle?
No.
Anybody? Do we have an answer for Seattle?
I don't fear them either, though. Oddly enough.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right? But I can tell you that they got the book on us more than what the Rams have the book on us.
That place, that building.
And plus, it gives Jared Goff an opportunity to shut you all the fuck up.
That building, that day, that night.
Electric. Talk about people crying.
And to your point, if it is Stafford, it'll be louder than what you even think how the loudest it's going to be.
I saw $550 for standing room. $550.
Jesus.
It's getting to be Taylor Swift zone ticket stuff, man.
Taylor Swift sucked the energy out of Travis Kelce, the playmaking. She's a succubus.
Plus, don't you like playing Stafford because of his mobility as opposed to Geno Smith?
Yes.
I mean, Stafford's no statue. Like, he can move around. He's not Geno Smith, I'll give you that. But he can move around in the pocket pretty well.
It's just the exotic blitzes, man.
Remember when he was fat in Detroit? Remember
that minute
when he was fat?
That was when his heavy beer drinking days.
Yeah. It's awesome.
He's not here anymore, so I can tell the story. Post game, we were at Harry's downtown.
Yeah.
And we were upstairs, and
he's putting him down.
He was putting him down.
Fuck yeah.
Who was
Stafford?
Oh yeah,
Frat Stafford.
Putting him.
That was Frat
down.
Stafford.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I was like, I don't know if I want to chug race this guy.
Hell no.
And I used to take on all comers.
Yeah.
But he was putting them down. That's all I'm saying. Dispo, D-Mac.
Absolutely. Experience the Dispo difference this holiday season. Dispo's giving away a TV as well as $200 in-store gift cards per week at participating locations for the month of December. Nobody does it like the Dispo family. Unwrap the joy of Dispo Dispensary every week. Join them in celebrating for the holidays. See store for more details. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Woodward Sports and Spenny's new favorite long drink, live every home game for official Lions VIP tailgate. It's the Eastern Market Shed 5. Always a bash starting 9:30 a.m. till game time. Official Lions tailgate is back better than ever. You can VIP it with Woodward Sports. Food, beverages, entertainment, all included. Get your tickets online today, bullseyeeventgroup.com, or win some from Woodward Sports today. Just subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and direct message Lions VIP.
Final segment of the show, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We were talking during one of the last breaks, and I confirmed it with BMG. The Get Right.
PJ Fleck there?
Hey, everybody.
Are Come on, come on.
Come on, come on to Ford Field for the Quick Lane Bowl. Where
The
you can-
softest hands this side of Mississippi.
That's how- and you can see my most outrageous contract ever. I make $4 million to coach Minnesota to go 6-6 every single year. It's magic.
But I robots.
Yeah. 53-21. Get right. I tried to use the get right as a tool to help the Pistons before. We said it. We said it. D-Mac, you said you were going. We tried. Tonight, I will be in attendance. The conditions will be right. I'll be lording over everyone in the suite on brand. Tonight, it chose me. I did not choose it. I'm telling you guys, get right tonight. The Pistons plus 6.5. Get in.
We're going to lose by 15.
Get in. Get in. 53-21. We used it before as a tool. This is not a tool. This is not a drill.
This is the record, though. They're going
It
for
is.
the record.
I understand that. But why is it the record?
Oh, you're screwed. Cat said they got a chance tonight. You're done. There's the record.
No, he just did that so he could
There it
piggyback
is. It's
and
over.
make his record be my record. That's why he did
It's
that.
over.
But you don't, what was it?
Three other teams share the record,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What happens in that 27th game? They win.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
And they don't have to win for this to hit. You're getting 6.5 at home.
Yeah, you say that like it's not the Pistons, though.
6.5 at book it. Okay. Okay. You do what you want to do. I can't click.
Hey, you
click
gotta go.
place
Listen,
bet
if
for
you follow Neal, you just gotta follow. I mean, I'd play it if I was following you. You have to. So get right.
I would like a Spenny get right of the Brooklyn Nets minus 12 first quarter.
plus
First
plus
quarter.
1,500.
Yeah, minus 12 first quarter Brooklyn Nets.
What's that pay?
I don't know, but probably like $10. It's probably like,
All right.
it's probably like minus 250.
I'm just telling you guys, that's how it's going down.
Hey, real quick, Spenny, for
Yes,
any values that we're asking online and stuff like this. Here's a little pic from the weekend in Jersey. The Pillars, Thomas Vendetta and Malcolm Monroe III and D-Mac. We captured the H2O tag team East Coast belts. We'll be heading back to Restville and Boston this weekend, but that was a lot of fun. Boys did well. Good match. It was a good match, so about time. Bringing belts back. Now we're belt collecting. They
Hell
just
yeah.
announced today, February. Did you see that announcement? ICW. I'm going to the UK, so we're heating her up right now. So thanks for everybody for all the love and support. That was a lot of fun. And if you saw, Santa has a pretty cool Christmas sweater. I thought that was sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right, we can spice this up. Real Cream of Wheat says, eat a bowl of cream of wheat if the Pistons lose.
Oh, he's even thinking about
If they
it.
don't cover the spread.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
just if they lose.
Yeah, I'm getting 6.5.
Yeah. You are getting 6.
The get right is 6.5.
It is.
You have to eat it live on air tomorrow.
I will eat it live on air. I will eat it
And
live
you
on
can't put
air.
anything in it. You can't put brown sugar
Yeah,
or
just
blueberries
No,
or anything in it.
I'll go straight to the streets.
Oh God.
I'll do it. But you got to buy me coffee.
I don't think I've ever had cream of wheat.
Real Cream of Wheat. You got to buy me coffee from Birmingham Roast here.
It's a good deal.
If you accept these terms, we'll do that. Now I'll have to go to some retro store to find cream of wheat.
I mean, they probably got it at Kroger.
You think so? You could probably blow the dust off of it
Yeah.
and bring it
There's
in.
probably one in the back.
That is my conviction, D-Mac.
I
will eat a bowl of cream of wheat tomorrow. You will buy me
That
coffee.
is wow. That's almost like me telling you I eat some olives. That's like, ugh.
Olives are good.
I'm
Nobody
in.
likes that shit.
I made
But
a
I like
nice-
your conviction.
Made a nice Bloody Mary.
Hey, you just got about 4 more people to tune into the game tonight.
Francis Garcia, I just bet on the Pistons tonight, Neal. You better be right. I am right. I will eat cream of wheat on the air tomorrow if the Pistons do not cover 6.5.
So,
Shout out to Maddie and Grandma for the cookies.
Christmas was at my super rich uncle's house in Okemos, the one that's got the golf simulator in his basement.
Okay.
And I made a Bloody Mary, and I threw these olives. They're green olives stuffed with smoked Gruyere cheese. Put them in there. It's good stuff, man. It's a good Bloody Mary.
I
The
bet it
golf
was.
simulator's crazy though. It's got the green or the surface that adjusts to your lie. So
Really?
if you're shooting uphill, it like hydraulics like moves this.
That is crazy.
It's fucking nuts. It is nuts.
Yep. All right. So Real Cream of Wheat says we're in there. You got
we
it.
doing a list tomorrow? Top 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Top. Where were we at? Top 5 colors, right?
Was it colors? I thought there was something other than spoons that we were gonna.
The show host.
I don't know.
We'll
figure it out.
We'll talk about it.
We'll figure it out.
Any suggestions? Throw them in the chat.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah, we'll take a minute right here. Top 5, but it's got to. It can't just be.
Do we do planets?
No, planets. That's what it
planets.
was. All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
Top 5
planets.
planets.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Let the stoner fucking remember.
Hell yeah. Top 5 planets.
Top 5 planets. There it is. So yeah, we'll have that for you tomorrow as well. All right, everybody. Pistons plus 6.5. The get right. Real Cream of Wheat. You got to buy me coffee at Birmingham Roast tomorrow. Large iced, by the way. That's how I
No
work.
sugar.
No
Extra
sugar,
cream.
extra cream. You already know.
Here's
Bottle
the-
of it before.
For D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter, Rack for hanging out. My name is Neal Ruhl. And Detroit City Distillery. Thanks for the old fashions. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.
Nah.
Nah.